is Mark Rivard. I'm a Sharpie artist. I started drawing with Sharpies around 2004 following a knee surgery. I actually had a bad crash out in Colorado and moved back to Minneapolis, Minnesota. I was laid up on the couch for a while and started drawing on all my old skateboards. Didn't really know what to do with myself with not being able to cruise around and be active like I was, so I picked up an old passion that I had from when I was a child, which was drawing, and started drawing on a skateboard. And initially I started with the ballpoint pen, and I realized the ballpoint pen, the ink wasn't sticking, and it just wasn't working quite right. So naturally I grabbed a Sharpie, an ultra fine black Sharpie that was just sitting on my desk, and I started drawing with it. And I knew right away that it wasn't bleeding, it didn't smear, it was the only thing that really stuck to everything that I was trying to do. So I stuck with it, and before I knew it I had drawn 15, 20 skateboards all in black Sharpie, and was selling them at a local skate shop, and things were kind of going pretty good. So I was pretty excited about it. Showed some of my friends, everyone's pretty happy with them, and we got pretty motivated, and from there it all kind of snowballed effect. And here I am now 5-6 years later, and I own a company, Rivard Art Incorporated. It started and kind of spawned basically off of the discovery of the Sharpie, basically, and how well it worked on a skateboard for me.
If I were a Sharpie, what kind would I be? Oh my god. I don't know. I haven't been. Figure it out. Answer the question for me. You're the agent. Do something. Do your job.
One of the coolest things that happened was the discovery of the Sharpie paint pen. These guys right here really changed the direction of where I was going with my art and what I was doing. Basically, gave me the freedom to kind of go in a bigger scale. I started doing a lot more canvases, branched off of skateboards quite a bit, and started doing body paintings and things like that, and have painted all over the Twin Cities and Denver, and have done some larger murals with some incredible other artists and collaborations and stuff like that. And basically these guys opened me up to going a lot larger and expanded my horizons way past just a simple skateboard. And the paint pen has become actually my favorite Sharpie tool. The more and more I've gotten into my art and the more I've progressed, I've used more and more paint pens than anything else. And big poster paint, Sharpie black, that's where it's at.
No. 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 If I were a Sharpie, what kind would I be? Nope.
Throughout the whole time that I've grown as an artist, the one thing that's been probably my most proud thing to be able to say I've actually been able to do is to speak at a lot of schools. I was extremely fortunate to have the opportunity to do a show in Europe. I did a show in Leuven, Belgium, and that show offered me the opportunity to speak at a school in Denze, Belgium, which is kind of a smaller industrial town on the outskirts of Brussels. And speaking at that school was one of the coolest things I've ever had the experience of doing, because it showed me that with my art I can reach a larger population of people, and I can really change a lot of things and a lot of perceptions of a lot of kids. And one day I was asked to go speak at a high school there, and I went and got to sit down with the whole classroom of kids, and basically they asked me questions about everything from art and drawing to American culture to... I gave them pretty much free range to say whatever they wanted, you know. The top of the iceberg for that was going to Doha, Qatar. I was in the Middle East, had an unbelievable opportunity to go to the Middle East, and I spoke at a boys' school of all Muslim kids, and that was just unbelievable. I mean, to be able to be in the Middle East talking about skateboards and art, and Sharpies were there with me the whole time. I used Sharpies to the kids, I handed them out to these kids, and most of them had never even really had a good art class, which was unbelievable. To be able to say that I was in the Middle East talking with these kids and showing them something new that they had never seen before or ever experienced. And the fact is they didn't know a word of what I was saying, and I didn't understand a word of what they were saying, but we connected on a different level, and it was because of art and because of the markers and because of the fact that I was giving them something that they had never seen before.
Marcus, this is Vincent. I'm looking for you. We got to talk. We need to speak. Alright, here we go. What's it going to be? What kind of Sharpie are you going to be? You need to embrace this. This is a big deal. This is Sharpie. You get one chance with Sharpie, other than that, you screw. All you got to do is say the word. I swear to God, you're worse than my daughters. All you got to do is say, I'm Mark Rivard.
If I was a Sharpie, I'd be the ultra-fine black.
Thank you.
it's crazy. Find the value in the verses. Life is much more than the mall and some purses. Try bettering yourself, I guarantee it helps. If not, well then try and find a purpose. Cause there's some people in some really shitty places. Now that's a thought you should visit on occasion. But who am I to say? This world's done a lot to me. It bothers me to see your head down and eyes watering. I mean honestly, the shit we've been through, the fact we even made it this far is astonishing. Block to block, the same conversation is held. They tell us wait, but waiting is hell. Forget waiting, shit I'm trying to get it myself.